Hi, Chad. We got our lovely friends here.
It's on Netflix.
They just hear it's on Netflix is so funny.
Sorry, Indy and I were talking about Brett's sleepover adventure because I'm like, I remember I'd go over to my friend's house like around Halloween and watch that movie, and that like low-key scared me as a kid.
See, when I was a child, I would just happen to accidentally watch it on TV. So that's what scared me as a kid. Me just casually walking into the living room with the TV on, seeing a movie, sitting down, watching it. Oh no, it's the horror classic It. I am now afraid of clowns.
Oh God. I get that. Okay, so today's Monday. And I'm gonna be real.
It could be a Monday.
I don't feel any lick of FOMO from not going to TwitchCon at this point.
Honestly, it was probably for the best.
There was only one thing I was really devastated on that I didn't get to see, and it's one content creator who's from Europe who doesn't normally go to TwitchCon at all, and he went to the US one for some reason, and I wanted to meet him, so I was so sad about that.
He went to the wrong one.
Well, it's not even the wrong one. He went to NAs, and I'm like, ah! He doesn't go to EU or NAs because he's not a streamer. Not really. So I'm just like, dude, what the fuck? And that was the only thing I was really devastated on. But otherwise, wow. The situation at TwitchCon, especially.
I'm sorry, speaking of how Twitch was acquired by Amazon, did you hear that the AWS site was down this morning and it like took half the internet with it?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was asleep though. So.
Yeah, exactly.
And I'm like, so we can all agree monopolies are bad now, right?
Then no.
Of course nobody's gonna actually think that, but I'm like, low key.
You can try.
Case A or Exhibit A.
But no, yeah, the TwitchCon thing is insane. I feel like I was constantly getting more and more unsettling and like crazy updates through Twitter, like as it kept progressing.
Oh yeah, not to mention the way they were treating like the faceless content creators.
Oh my God.
You have to take your mask off
in front of everybody.
And like, brother, they have it on for a fucking reason.
Some people had to take off their
talking about the health stuff.
Yeah, some people had to take off their very clear like masks
off,
and it's like, hello?
I saw somebody who's like, I had to take off a clear mask where literally the only thing that's obstructing the view of the face is like a line of rubber. Or where the mask is attaching to the skin. That's it. You could see their mouth. You could literally see every other part of their face. And they still had to take it off? Like, I'm sorry. If my facial recognition system can, like, recognize my face with a respirator mask on?
Yeah.
Sounds like a skill issue.
It's just crazy. And then somebody else got separated from, like, their actual, like, necessary medical supplies in, like, their bag.
And then just them not allowing, like, especially very famous content creators to not bring in their own bodyguards.
Well, no, they did. The thing is that
but not the good one.
They banned Emmy's like actual good bodyguard because he quote unquote, he held on to someone who was stalking her last year. So he got banned too. And they're like, oh, we upped the security, and she brought her own security.
That was his fucking job, though.
I know, but the
amount of times I've seen bodyguards like manhandle people at bars to the point where they have picked up like full-grown men. And I'm like, okay, like as long as they are protecting the people they are hired.
It's because the venue and the security stuff are more worried about potential liability lawsuits than actually like protecting.
Yeah, TwitchCon is a joke at this point. It's free get harassment simulator. Not to mention the amount of people that were just horrible, not because of like the way they treated it's because of the IRL streaming. And I remember the last two TwitchCons I was at, right?
So much about that.
The last two TwitchCons weren't like the worst things regarding it. right? And even I did one IRL
Mhm.
stream when I went through the artist alley because I was showing off like all the cute art and like, you know, trying to support the artist, but also showing my perspective of TwitchCon, which is short because I'm short, right? So it was really fun. It was really funny because it was just, hey, who wants to see like the visual view of a 5'3" girly walking through TwitchCon? This is what it is, right?
Oh my
But
God, you're so tiny.
I'm so tiny. But dude, I like the way that I went through, like I thought about it. If I had gone to TwitchCon this year, I would have gone by myself this year. The plan was I was going to go by myself this year, right?
I'm so glad you fucking didn't.
I'm
Jesus.
I'm genuinely so glad because I would have. I know my friend would have agreed with me, but Kiwok, who was there at the convention, I would have actually had to ask him, like, hey, listen, I love you. Can you, like, walk me to my hotel every single day and night? Like, at this point, I'd be terrified of what the fuck was going on, right?
Oh yeah.
Not even just for the political sphere, but just, like, everything that would happen, that'd be mortifying.
Yeah.
It would,
I
like...
mean, there was like multiple creators who got like sexually assaulted.
Yeah.
And then not to
'Cause I
mention
saw
the
even
parties, too.
even like Ricky like tweeted about it too. I felt so bad for him.
Oh, it
I
sucks,
know.
dude.
I've been
And then
seeing
like
like
the
Zach.
block party that they
Yep.
had, apparently one of the shops had just straight up knives in their gift shop.
Yeah,
In the
switchblades.
block party area, even though it was well, they weren't switchblades, they were just normal knives.
Oh, I saw another person who said somebody was literally selling like real switchblades at a booth.
I'm pretty sure switchblades are illegal.
You know,
that's the problem.
That's actually the other thing with the Emmy situation. Some people were saying that he did apparently have a switchblade in his pocket. The guy, and it's like the fact that like
and there
it was
have been
possible.
several creators that are like, these are not prop switchblades. I am like 99% sure they're, because technically you can create a switchblade. I'm not gonna legally. I'm not gonna tell you how, but
yeah, it's possible to
you
make.
can make your own switchblade.
To like the entire situation was just nightmare after nightmare, and it's just
like y'all are gonna confiscate somebody's actual legitimate medical like paraphernalia for them that they need to live, but like they can just buy a fucking knife inside.
And to me, I think the worst part of all of this is not what has happened at TwitchCon, is the response that Twitch has given.
Oh God, Dan Clancy's response to the whole Emiru situation being like, well, you know, it's your responsibility as a streamer to curate your community. Brother, he came there in person. That's different from a fucking Twitch chat, bro. How are you gonna ban someone IRL?
Did you
like,
hear?
If you're just a creator.
Did you hear that the initial ban was only a 30-day ban on Twitch?
Yes.
Dude,
yeah.
I lost my mind. I'm like, there's no way.
First of all, pissed that it was only a platform ban. Like, this man needs to be barred from all all events.
Yes.
In IRL stuff.
He also needs to go to the police.
I don't care about your security.
Well, I did hear Emiru is actually pressing charges against him.
Oh yeah. No, she is.
But Twitch should have been the one to have done that too. And that's
for sure they should have already been on top of that, but they weren't.
No, of course they weren't, because apparently they're shitty.
I will say, first off, grilled egg, ooh woo. Thank you so much for the follow, by the way. Welcome in. I will say, I think, and this is stupid for me to say on the platform itself, because I think that, you know, well, I think freedom of speech, we should be allowed to criticize the platform, right? Saying this on Twitch, I hope that Emmy sues Twitch. This is negligence beyond belief. Beyond belief.
Yeah, it's so ridiculous.
The only, you don't have to side. Well, it could be a little iffy, but honestly, if Emmy, I think they don't have that pertaining to cons, is the arbitration. Because I know there's like Discord, they're like, you have time to opt out. But if you don't opt out at a certain time, you are defaulting to arbitration if you do sue Discord, or you file class action against them, which basically means your case is taken to a court and a judge just decides then there.
The thing is that she didn't want to even have this event. She was contracted because of her show that she had to have the meet and greet. And so because of the fact that she was forced into this, and there was there was supposed to be security there, and none of the security, it was only her own security, which actually makes this worse for Twitch. It was the fact that there was negligence on Twitch's part to have security.
True. If in the contract and Twitch says we will provide security, and she definitely has proof that they did not provide security.
I mean, you can literally see in the video, like, where the fuck was their security.
Also, the fact that, like, there's multiple different videos of the guy walking out of the convention. So, like, you can see that they did not apprehend him immediately. He literally walked out of the convention, and it took 2 to 3 hours after the event for Twitch to even have, like, an actual, not response, an actual statement to her about the situation. Like, it's negligence. He was able to walk out scot-free. There's multiple people who have stated that they were able to just walk into people's lines without anything. And that's kind of true.
There are also people who, when they were supposed to scan their badges and it didn't light up green, the fucking guards would be like, oh yeah, you can go, you can keep, and they just let them through anyways, even though their badge didn't, like, allow them to.
This has happened multiple
times. This is a losing case for Twitch, considering, like, I'm pretty sure if Emmy's like, hey, I need, like, video proof security with shit, I'm pretty sure everybody would pitch in.
Oh yeah, 1000%. That is probably the only good reasoning why IRL streaming actually was in the benefit. Because if, she even thanked the person who literally, like, posted it. It's like, if this wasn't published and this didn't blow up, nobody would have known and nobody would have, like, took this seriously. Twitch couldn't have taken this seriously. But it is very clear what had happened. And, like, I was actually shocked because I thought that he was actually trying to do something worse. It looked like he was about to, like, go on her neck. Right, but she's saying that he tried to kiss her, but I was like, I thought,
to me it looked like he was like grabbing her and trying to kiss her.
Yeah.
But what's crazy is there were so many fucking comments, dude. It pissed me off. There's so many comments being like, she was already hugging people for her meet and greet. It's not assault for him to hug her.
People don't understand the freaking.
Yes, it is.
I'm just saying, if a random person, because I mean, this is just the type of person I am. I don't like hugs. If somebody randomly tries to come up and hug me and I do not give them permission to hug me, I will deck you in the face, no questions asked. Get the fuck
I be allowed to hug you?
You guys are allowed. You guys are the few people who are allowed to hug me. I will give you guys hugs, but other people, you're on thin.
I think it is genuine that the belief and the trust of the Twitch community, not just streamers, but viewers as well, has been severely broken from the TwitchCon. And because, especially, man, all of the big streamers who said, "Oh, I'm not going to TwitchCon," and people vilified them, dude, they were so valid for that.
Everybody, they were so right. They were completely vindicated from this.
Exactly. And I could only imagine how worse it would have been.
Oh, I can only imagine. Like, of course they're probably scared. Yeah, that makes sense. But then I saw people like, "Oh my god, they're so blowing it up proportion. Like anything's gonna happen." And then literally the first fucking day it happens.
That's heartbreaking. And I, like, really, Emmy was so freaking strong for going through that and still willing to continue the meet and greet for her community. But man, she shouldn't have ever been in that position. And genuinely, the fact that she was willing to continue her, like, the obligations of having her show and everything like that afterwards, the thing she would do for her community is insane, but I really hope that she's able to pretty much take the biggest fucking break from all of this. I
hope she becomes the owner of Twitch.
I don't. Not because I don't think that she would do good. I think that this would be, like, actually something that would be, everyone would just actually harass the fuck out of her.
I was talking about the amount of money she would get.
Like, Twitch doesn't make money. Twitch doesn't make money at all.
It's like kind of like burning a hole. That's why they're trying the whole adpocalypse bullshit.
Exactly. And, like, they're trying to, especially with, like, the way that, you know, subs are now from $5 to $6, that, September, actually the streamer loses more money than Twitch does now. Because Twitch is not taking the full, like, discount. It's now the streamer and Twitch taking the full discount. Which I think is more streamer-sided than Twitch-sided. But genuinely speaking, she would get harassed far more if she was the CEO. Like, Because you
She
know the
already
second that
gets hella
Yeah,
yeah,
that's
harassed.
she
true.
gets
Women
hella
in men's
harassed.
spaces, blah blah
Not to
blah.
mention, I
Literally,
wouldn't
there
want
was
her to
that
be
whole
in.
incident earlier this year when she was at like the boardwalk with her
Yeah,
friends, and that
yeah,
one guy
yeah.
was like
Oh
stalking her and
yeah.
stuff. That was the same person. I mean,
Was it
not
the same
the
person?
guy, but like that was it wasn't the guy, but it was Emaru.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Dude,
Yeah, that's what I meant.
yeah, and I know that Cinna, who was also at that situation, she did cancel her obligation. She's like, no, I'm not doing the
Because
meet and
she didn't
greet.
want to be in the same place for 2
Yeah,
hours. Yeah.
exactly. She was like, no, I don't want to be in this position. That's awful, right? And I'm like, dude, that's scary. Like that entire situation was scary, scary.
It's so
Me wanting
much.
to become a guard dog for both of y'all, so then like become buff and ripped and shit. So
Hell
then that
yeah.
way, if somebody tries to mess with you at TwitchCon, I go with y'all. I get to fucking suplex them. Just be like, fuck away from him.
Fucking
Get
got
away from
him.
my wifeys and my
I
husbandos.
like in one aspect, I feel so unbelievably sorry, and I feel so like horrified for what happened to Emiru because like just the situation's disastrous, right? I hope to fuck that she is able to sue not just for herself, but for every possible future event that could be prevented by her suing because of this negligence. Like she has realistically, she has the money and the actual power with all the videos and every single thing like for her. She has every single possible way to win this lawsuit, to get Twitch to actually like take this seriously. If she doesn't, there's literally no one who would be able to. Nobody. Because none of the big creators are going to
Yeah.
go to this event anymore. None of the small, like none of the
No.
medium-sized creators are comfortable enough to go to this event anymore.
I don't think
Well, yeah,
any
because
creators are wanting to go
if
to this
the
event.
one of the most massively popular creators got treated like that, like, what does that say about the people who aren't
Exactly.
a massively popular
Yeah,
creator?
because then it
Exactly.
brings into question, so what happened in the previous years? When, everybody was like, because I know there were some incidents of that with smaller creators, and everybody's like, oh no, you're just paranoid, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, so, you know.
Yeah. Oh, and
It's
did you hear about the fucking Chibi Doki thing too? Where Chibi
yeah.
Yes,
Doki also
that's what I
just
was
like
referring
got
to.
her shit cut short. And then they
Yeah.
were like, yeah, it's because Chibi Doki, she had to cancel. She's just so tired. And she was like, oh, they told me that it was the like, the line and everything was done. I didn't know that
Yeah.
And the
they were
fact,
ending it for me.
dude, it's sad. And you know what? Because I went to TwitchCon last year, right? I talked to some of the security, by the way. I thought they were so sweet. Well, at least the people that I had spoken to, because I was talking to them when I was waiting at the meet and greet lines, right? There is like this one lady, she's so sweet. I love her to bits. I wish I remembered her name. But she told me, she's like, "Oh, no, like I'm not really security. Like what's it called? They like put out a post for if anyone wants to like make a couple of extra bucks, but just being like security and line holders for this event. So I don't actually know anything about Twitch. I'm just here to like make a couple of like a few dollars here and there and like learn more about
And
this.
honestly,
And I'm
valid.
and
Get that
valid
bag.
valid to do, but that's the problem. Most of these people are not actually security. They're just here to make money. And like I mean, everyone's here to make money in some kind of manner, right? But
Yeah, but they're not
they're
trained.
not trained.
Yeah.
So the security, it's like, oh, we asked more people to be a part of security, but they're not actually trained to know what the fuck they're doing. And so like it's
either
like
that or they are quote unquote trained, but it's the same training you get when you get a food service job.
yeah,
And they're like,
exactly.
hey, so
Yeah.
this is I forgot what the term is. What is the term where it's like if your meat gets a certain temperature? It's the danger zone.
Cross-contamination or yeah.
It's when your meat goes into the danger zone.
A danger zone.
Basically stating your meat goes to a certain temperature and then is now not safe to eat.
Yeah. Oh, another thing that's
that
also
same
been
training.
breaking. Another thing that's also been breaking. I saw Kuro tweet it, and now I see Henya also tweet it.
Yes,
that
yes.
Because of the miscommunication or misunderstanding, any gifts or presents that were given to them during their meet and greet, the staff disposed of it. So they lost all of the gifts from the meet and greet from their fans. because staff just
Dude.
fucking threw it in the trash.
That's so unbelievably disappointing.
It's insane.
It is. How the fuck do I put this in here?
I wouldn't be surprised if Twitch tries to pull the. Well, they were trained, but it's like how to give basic CPR.
But it's like in the
And
end,
it's like that's not how security is trained.
Yeah, no. In the end,
Yeah.
the
Like
way
I
they
hate
did
to
it was
also
so
make the
shitty.
comparison. I hate to make this comparison. That's less training than what the police have.
Hello?
The police actually have like a couple of months.
Yeah.
But these people probably didn't even have the proper training to account for a couple of months of actual like on the job training.
Yeah, it was a whole shit show over there. Just crazy. I'm like, thank God I had 0 plans to go. Not like I could ever afford it, but like, thank God I didn't go.
Oh yeah, no, but like, oh man, for once I'm not actually getting FOMO.
This is genuinely probably the biggest disaster for Twitch, because TwitchCon was perhaps one of the only things that could have potentially made them money. And they're fucked. They're so unbelievably screwed. There's nothing that can be done for them to actually make this better.
I know a lot of the massive creators, because people are getting their tell us how your Twitch tell us your Twitch experience was, and it's like that's gonna be fucking heavily review bombed.
Yeah, no, people are actively like, hey, listen, we're never going back, or I'm never going back. And honestly, yeah, like I said, I am genuinely happy that I literally just was like, you know what, I'd rather take the $300 loss that I had, because I just did like, I was like, never mind, I couldn't go. I would probably cry if a gift for me or a gift I sent was thrown away. No, literally, like, I would feel awful if any of the people who came to see me, like, gave a gift and I couldn't get it because of the goddamn security. And especially,
I would literally be devastated. Like, to think that, like, somebody took the time to make me something and bring it with them to the convention just to specifically hand it to me.
Especially handmade. Especially if it was,
like, airport security.
Even if it was just, like, a letter. Even if it was just like a handwritten letter that's like so like insanely personal.
Exactly. And
but
it's
and it just got fucking thrown in the trash
like,
for the staff.
But what if it has anthrax in it? And it's like
to be fair, food and drinks in general are just like absolutely no-goes to begin with.
Yeah.
But, But
no food or drinks. But normally like people make like plushies.
Yeah.
So they'll make like
bracelets,
art.
I think
like
I think the worst part about it is the fact that it was also Kura and Henya, who like Vshoujo has already fucked up so much, and now we get this situation where literally they're still getting thrown under the like bus and everything every single time. Dude, it's like, oh, that sucks. That sucks so badly. It was devastating.
And because a lot of those were probably especially like touching letters, like telling them like they're, be strong.
Like,
I know it's probably difficult breaking away from Vshoujo, from everything that happened to them. And now it's just all in the fucking trash. All of the encouragement.
I'm eating Reese's peanut butter cup to drown my feelings.
Oh my god.
It's such a shitty situation, and it's like, dude, I don't know. I feel like the whole thing is so preventable, and yet people were just being, well, one, people were being fucking weirdos, but two, Twitch just threw so hard their chance at making a small redemption to be like, hey guys, like, I know the big content creators said that like it wasn't safe, but we actually made it safe and we want you to feel welcome, so maybe you can come back next year. No, they've just guaranteed that there is gonna be the biggest downfall of TwitchCon next year. I think it's
worse even after they said that, because they're like, we made sure it was safe, and it's like, obviously you didn't.
No, what I'm saying is they could have made it safe they could have made it safe from the very beginning, after there was already so many people who canceled before TwitchCon even began. They could have been like, hey, we are making it clear that we are making it safe, and they actually followed through with it. Like, they actually made it safe, Like, they could have done it, and dude, it's just... I hate it. And it makes me so sad because now at this point, it has pretty much cemented in a lot of people's minds, why should I ever go to a place like TwitchCon for these kinds of events? Or even just have my own meet and greets with my community when bad things can happen because of how the world is now, you know?
Yeah, it would probably be cheaper and safer and easier to just host your own meet and greet, like somewhere within like the vicinity of TwitchCon, but not actually at TwitchCon.
Well, some people even literally like they what's it called? Some people canceled their own meet and greets they were doing outside of TwitchCon because of the situation, because they don't want to be in a place for more than 1 to 2 hours in the same spot when, you know, they could have been hurt for that. And I understand that completely. Also, people being fucking weird like during the parties and still like, you know, roofing people. Are you kidding? We're still doing this? We're still drugging people? Oh my god.
Yeah, that's never gonna end. And I know I told Derry, I was like, you know, the more shit I hear about the world, I'm like, mutually assured destruction's looking more tempting. Like, by the day. Oof. Somebody just accidentally fire off those missiles, please.
Just whoops, my hand slipped right onto the button.
Oh, you know what's even funnier, by the way? So there was the No Kings rally that was happening at the same time TwitchCon was happening, right? So there was a lot of fucking traffic apparently in San Diego, for a good reason. But there was people who were protesting outside of TwitchCon on the second day, and there was a confusion of whether or not it was because of what happened with Emmy. No, it was because of the No Kings rally, and it kind of sucks. Not both? Well, see, that's what I would think, right? But it kind of sucks that this situation happened. Also, it only occurred to me like a bit ago that the reason probably that the fact that like her community, the people in line, didn't go and try and beat the shit out of this dude who assaulted her, I have to assume it's because they knew that if they attempted to put hands on him, they would have been banned by they would have been banned by Twitch instead. And like I can't fault people for not wanting to be put in that position, but man, does it really suck, because there shouldn't be a situation where the community members have to stand up for their, like, the people they care about, you know?
Yeah.
Remember that someone was creepy enough to put a literal tracking device on one of Camilla's gifts? Wait, was that this TwitchCon? I feel like there was something that happened like that last year, right? Dude, that's terrifying. The guildlings could meet Omka through an otaku-thon or something, I don't know. No, it was a while ago. Okay, I was like, there's no way it was this year. Also, hi, Meteor. Yeah, I think TwitchCon is okay to skip. Listen, FanFest. We're going to FanFest, chat. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go to the Final Fantasy XIV convention. That's where we will meet up. Nodders. Anyways, hi, we are playing Ace Attorney Investigations. We were yapping a lot.
Can I go piss real quick?
Yes, you can.
Yeah,
hi, FanFest. Woo! I know, dude. I'm waiting for them to announce when we can get the tickets. I want to know so I could throw my lottery in. I want to try and get in. I believe in you. I believe. The only genuine thing that made me really sad about not going to TwitchCon this year was because there was a lot of people who did go that I wanted to meet and see. But every TwitchCon I've been to, in all honesty, it just kind of felt like the only reason you go there is not for TwitchCon itself, it's for the people you meet. Or like the events around it, right? Because when we went to Vegas, nobody in Vegas was there for TwitchCon. Everyone in Vegas was there for Vegas, you know? So TwitchCon was kind of like the secondary point. Nobody wanted to stay in TwitchCon. Everyone wanted to just go explore and hang out in Vegas, right? San Diego last year was fun, but people were also being fucking weirdos every single second of the way, and it just kind of felt really unfortunate and uncomfortable for people. That it was just a lot of things all over the place. It was just a lot. It was a lot of mishaps all over the place. Because I remember last year there was the unofficial Vtuber meetup. Actually, was it last year?
Oh yeah, I think I did hear about that.
There was the unofficial Vtuber meetup last year, and like, oh, it was so nice and everything. Except the people who made the meetup are people who are definitely canceled right now. They got canceled like a month or two after, you know. And low key, being at that meet and greet, or not meet and greet, being at the Vtuber meetup, yeah, I know why. There was like that there was the kind of clickiness. Also, the amount of people that have been talking about like, oh, people are being really fucking shitty.
Yeah, I did hear about that. Especially towards like just like shit talking so many people, but also just like towards affiliates being super shitty if you weren't partnered.
I got nominated. Hold on. Sorry, hold on. I was hoping.
What'd I miss?
Hold on.
I don't know. Oka's like in the zone right now.
And apart. I got nominated, or I have been confirmed to be nominated for one of these like small streamer awards. I don't know if I'm allowed to talk about it right now,
Oh
so
God,
I'm not gonna.
You're so popular.
I'm blushing, but
This calls for a Reese's peanut butter cup.
I got nominated. I got
Reese's
nominated
peanut
for the best Final Fantasy streams category. So.
Ooh.
So, time to slam through Endwalker and End of Shadowbringers at the end of the year and be like, guys!
I believe in you.
Not even for Shadowbringers.
Oh my god, dude. I have like fighting words regarding Shadowbringers. People were fighting me because of Shadowbringers.
Don't tell me I haven't finished.
No, do not worry. I have a very specific opinion with Shadowbringers that people do not agree with. And I'm like, shut the fuck up, it's my opinion. Yes! But
believe in you,
yay!
you got this.
I'm so happy. I'm gonna take a little, I'm gonna take a little screenshot.
Does that count for another Reese's peanut butter cup?
No, technically it's the same one.
If you want another Reese's peanut butter cup, you can just eat
Yeah,
the
you can
Reese's
just
peanut
eat
butter
it. You
cup.
don't need
You don't need an excuse.
I'm trying to pace my
Let's
I
spam
have
Omka
one-
to win.
For context, these are like the mini Reese's peanut butter cups.
Well, then just eat more. It's fine.
Yeah.
Just eat them.
Okay, but I have one left and I got 2 Kit Kats left and that's supposed to last me through the stream.
You know, the only thing I would be terrified of is if my other friend was also in the same nomination, because she'll win. Because I would vote for her, and I'd be like, yeah, no. Listen, we're not winning. Give all our votes over there. All over there.
Oh, but consider Reese's peanut butter cup.
Just eat the cup. Just eat the
I'm
cup, Oro. It's
trying.
okay.
I'm trying to peel off the wrapper, okay? It's a little melted.
Let's spam Omka to win that nomination. Yeah, that will be it towards the end of the year, but that's fun. I think... Me trying to think. Was I nominated? I think I was nominated last year for something too. Probably like the Comfy Award or something like that. But... we'll have a little bit of fun with that. We have about 15 minutes before the ad break, so let us proceed as much as we possibly can. Wait, I also just remembered I definitely messed something up. I don't have the guide on the right tab. There we go. Okay. Okay, shoot. Okay, there we go. Okay, we got a little bit of things for this section. We may not finish this part right now, but we will do as much as we possibly can talking about it. So, Cracks Knuckles, April 6th, 3:25 p.m., Big Building Plaza.
All right, Kay. If you could set Mr. Thief in motion.
Sure. Looks like there's more than enough here to work with.
May I just say, by the way, small thing, I'm so thankful I don't have to change my fucking monitor every single time and be on slight delays with you guys for this anymore. It's all low latency. I'm so happy.
Let's go.
So beautiful.
Where do you want to start?
Good question. Let's see. It seems there was an eyewitness. A freelance journalist by the name of Alf Aldown. Oh, Alf Aldown.
I'll
We all
fall
fall
down.
down.
Yeah.
I'll fall down.
But apparently, he was killed by the culprit for witnessing the kidnapping. Oh God.
Just a little bit. I don't think it's too much. There's like 12 characters in this scene anyways, you know.
So this is where he saw it all happen, huh?
Here? As in the big building?
No, construction of the big building only began a year ago. Before that, it had been a piece of abandoned property. And before that...
Now we're getting to the stuff I know. 12 years ago, this place would have been... the happy family home.
Like, for retired people?
No, for orphans.
Oh.
No, it was a place for children without parents.
You can call them
AKA
orphans.
orphans.
Yeah, you can call them orphans.
An orphanage.
Ling, why are you purposely making everything you say longer? He's like purposely drawing out his lines to spite me.
I think he's doing it to spite Edgeworth, which is still also you.
The president was kidnapped from an orphanage?
Yeah, and the place was run by Fifi Lagarde. She called it her happy little home.
You mean the same thing she calls the prison?
As the proprietor of this institution, I suppose it's understandable that she came under suspicion.
President Wang, Excelsius winner, and Warden Lagarde. Surely the SS5 incident must be related to our current case. Kay, can you enter the data relating to the murder of Mr. Alldown? It seems sensible to assume he was killed by whoever kidnapped the president.
So if we solve the murder, we solve the kidnapping. Nice.
All right, we're counting on you. That's crazy.
What the heck is this?
When did I grow up to be so blasé towards people's reactions to Mr. Thief? What we're seeing here is the front yard of the orphanage as it was 12 years ago. At least as far as the police report describes it.
This is how it looked like when they started investigating at 7 a.m. the morning of the murder.
And it seems it had been snowing.
The pensive sigh.
Yeah, from what I heard, the footprints wound up being pretty important evidence. The snow fell in the daytime the previous day.
In other words, before the incident occurred. Meaning that none of the relevant footprints would have been obscured by new snow. I think we'll need to pay these footprints some special attention.
It's okay, now you can at least take a small breather. Okay. The orphanage began to examine the body here.
All foul down. The man who witnessed the president's kidnapping. But what exactly did he see? Damn, bro got bricked up.
I based this part of the recreation on one of the crime scene photos.
It seems he suffered a blow to the back of the head.
Yeah, from that brick right there. I figured it must have been taken from here in the yard.
It looks like the blood flowed from the head wound and spread over the surrounding area.
Here, a gift for you. This is Mr. Alldown's autopsy report.
I don't want this as a gift, but I guess I'll take it.
Happy birthday!
No, it's not my birthday. I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious-looking nook and cranny. A cell phone? No.
We also
All down. Freelance journalist. Killed after witnessing the kidnapping of President Wang.
Even in the recreation, it's pretty gruesome, huh?
It's even worse than the actual crime scene photos. That's a lot of blood. Seems mostly to come from the back of his head. As you can see, that area is completely caked.
Yeah, the autopsy report says that's where he was hit with the brick.
Indeed. I imagine his attacker must have snuck up on him from behind. Looks as if he's clutching something in his right hand.
Oh yeah, you mentioned that in the file somewhere. Let's see. According to this, it was a button.
A button? Torn from the attacker's clothing, perhaps? The cell phone must have belonged to the victim.
You're right. Yeah, since Mr. Alldown made a call while he was watching the kidnapping.
So there's technically another witness then. A call? To whom?
His girlfriend. Seems he called her when he saw the president was there.
But she didn't pick up, so he left a message.
That's in here too, if you want to hear it.
Please. Please. Please.
Hold on. Hey Rosie, it's me. I guess you're asleep already. Anyway, I'm here at the orphanage. Something weird's going on. President Wang is here for some reason, and there's another... Damn it! The light's out, so I can't quite see, but... It looked like he was being... kidnapped? Anyway, probably nothing, but I thought I should let you... Thump.
Damn, he dead. Rest in peace, little buddy.
What were those sounds at the end? I'm sure that sound of the thump was probably the brick connecting to his skull.
He must have been attacked while he was still on the phone.
I was about to say, can't be too sure. I think we need to run an analysis on that one.
Yeah, let's test it out. Take the brick, thump. Yeah, that's the same noise.
Yeah. Here, Lang, come over here. Let me test it out.
Yeah.
Agent Lang, can I ask you something? Mr. Alldown, goodness. Mr. Alldown's girlfriend. What was her name?
Ringer. Rosie Ringer. At least that's what I heard.
Damn, so even she's dead.
Ooh.
Just as I thought.
Wait, you mean?
A revenge for what happened 12 years ago.
All Miss Ringer was left with were the memories and personal effects of her lover. And so, seeking revenge on Chairman Winner, she made her appearance at the auction. Auction.
So she really was out for revenge on Chairman Winner, wasn't she?
Perhaps it was for suppression of the kidnapping. Or perhaps it was just because she thought he was one of the kidnappers.
I freaking pressed just below it.
So the victim was carrying a camera.
Oh yeah. According to the file, they recovered a picture. Yeah. Here we are.
That's... Oh, the button on the snowman.
Right?
And somebody's pointing a gun at him. This must be what Mr. Alldown witnessed.
So the person in the trench coat is the kidnapper?
Yes, I imagine they were trying to conceal their identity. But if Agent Lang's father's theory was correct, the person wearing that trench coat is Warden Lagarde.
Hold on. I need another Reese's peanut butter cup.
Your Honor, I call Frosty the Snowman to the stand.
Yeah. He
Welcome
wasn't
to
very happy since they stole his eye, though.
Real.
Oh no, that's the button.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what I said earlier. That's literally what I said. I said, oh, it's the button eye from the snowman.
Yep. Welcome
And
to
nobody said anything.
No,
I was like, all right.
I was nodding with chips in my mouth. I was like, uh-huh.
Me being distracted by trying to open my Reese's peanut butter cup.
You gotta lock in, Kay, okay?
I'm sorry, I just love Reese's peanut butter cups.
Welcome-
Especially the ones in the shape of pumpkins.
Welcome to Fact or Cap, where we test hit someone with a brick. Yes, Wandering. I agree. Also, it sucks because they had to like stop doing that show because of copyright. Which is so stupid because they like
Crazy.
Fact or Cap shouldn't be a fucking copyright, but they got copyright striked and they had to stop doing that like series. Locking in
So
locking into the peanut butter cup is valid. I mean real. All right, Kay, continue.
Yeah, we need
They
Kay to
only
lock
found
into the
one-
murder mystery.
Oh.
No, I was saying we need Kay to lock into the murder mystery instead.
Sorry. How come they only found the one picture?
He probably wasn't able to take any more before he was attacked.
Fair enough.
This was the brick used in the murder.
There's stuff made of bricks all around the yard here. They probably took it from somewhere nearby, huh? Somebody dropped a yellow flower here. I think this one symbolizes, the desire to steal treasures.
Kay, you can't just make these things up. What we can say is that it looks to be different from all of the other flowers in the planter.
Huh. So what's it doing here?
What indeed? We should examine the planters too.
It must be right. Somebody must have stolen it. It's a stolen treasure. And now it's mine.
Okay.
I think this one might actually symbolizes the growing anger of a former prosecutor.
Wait, hold on. We're supposed to... Oh, let's see. Hold on. No, we don't have it. Okay.
Oh.
We gotta keep investigating, I suppose.
I'm trying. I'm like, the investigation is outside of this. I think. Me stressfully wondering what the fuck they mean.
These planters.
There we go.
According to the case file, the yard stretched around 3 sides of the orphanage. And there were 3 planters on each side.
Yes. Planters arranged in a very particular pattern. One we've seen somewhere before.
We have.
Shame there aren't many flowers, but I guess it is the middle of winter.
Yes, but look at that one. It's bright yellow.
Weird. How come there's only one? Wait, it looks like somebody dropped it.
That's a lion lily, if I'm not very much mistaken. A rare member of the family Lilacea.
A lion lily, you say? Like the one that was found on his dead body?
Wait, did Judge Gavel give President Wang some lion lilies?
What is the same flower doing here? This can't be a coincidence, can it?
Bombastic side eye.
I believe this particular cultivar is from Asia, where it's said to symbolize the bond between parent and child.
I wasn't aware you were so knowledgeable when it came to flowers, Francesca.
What if I just told you it's common knowledge? Perhaps you need to read a little more.
Teehee.
Yeah.
First. Yeah. There was 3 giant hoof shapes. There was 3 giant prints, and there was the planters.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. So that's where our monstrous hoof prints really were.
Wait, what?
Recall the arrangement of the prints, now compared to that of the planters.
Oh,
That's right. I believe the footprints are located exactly where our planters once stood.
so Chairman Winter was digging around the front of them?
He was. And why might he have been doing that? We have a piece of evidence in our possession that answers exactly that question. Which piece of evidence shows why Chairman Winter might have actually been digging in front of the planters?
Wait. Where is it? You were right, darling. There was some sort of. Oh wait, this is you.
Oh,
Yeah.
no, I'm sure it's still right in front of the planter where we left it.
Yep, that ending.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Recall, if you will, the report that Warden Lagarde had sent to Chairman Winter. In it, she mentioned something that had been laid to rest in front of a planter.
she was telling him where to dig? Hey, but why 3 holes?
Because the report didn't specify which of the planters she meant.
I get it. So he wasn't sure which one it was. Which meant he had to try and dig up all 3.
I imagine so, yes. Poor Chairman Winner.
But why go through all that trouble? What was he looking for?
Wah, wah, wah. There we go. Wah, wah, wah.
There are burn marks on this edge of this pillar here.
The report says there was a fire sometime on the evening of the incident.
A fire.
Let's see. Where was it again? Ah. Yeah. One of the orphans set fire with some kerosene. Some sort of prank, probably.
What the fuck? That's not a prank.
Kerosene?
They sound like a lively bunch. Possibly too lively.
What the fuck?
It seems their antics spoiled our chances of finding any footprints near the entrance of the building. These footprints stopped by the body.
I guess that means they belong to Mr. Alldown, right? His feet were pretty big. What's that? About a size 12? According to the file, they were the same size as his shoes. It's a match.
But somebody with smaller feet was walking here.
Also,
These
India,
footprints go towards the body and come back.
India, prepare your voice in a second.
Oh no.
According to the case file, they're thought to be the killers. They're about a size 9. Pretty average, in other words. It seems the police weren't able to track down who the murder was from them, though.
Hi, Lang.
Hmm. 3 planters covered with snow.
Is there anything the matter, Agent Lang?
Yeah, something's not right. I wasn't able to look at the case file until now.
Indeed, you have Chairman Winner to thank for that, it seems.
Yeah, but what's weird is I've seen this scene somewhere before.
What?
But where? I keep thinking I got it, but then it's gone.
He appears to be lost in his efforts to remember. Yeah, just keep quiet and keep thinking, Lang. Perhaps I should leave him alone for now.
Yep, you're fine. Just a little bit.
Thank God. I think that's about all we can learn from the scene for now.
Alright. How about I try to show you how things looked earlier on that night?
That'd be very much appreciated. Could you take us back to the moment at which the victim witnessed the kidnapping?
Sure. I'll use the photograph you took. Here goes nothing.
There's Mr. Alldown in the middle of the planters. How the fuck would they sneak up on him? They'd have to, like, walk in front of him according to those footprints.
And there's the president and his kidnapper out by the road.
My father based his investigation on the evidence Aldown provided. That's why they thought the kidnapping and the orphanage were connected somehow.
And now he wound up suspecting Fifi Lagarde. She was the one running the orphanage at the time.
Exactly. But when the case went to trial, Excelsius Winter put a big hole in that theory.
He did?
Yeah. After all, the president and the kidnapper weren't actually on the grounds of the orphanage. So it was hard to conclusively prove any kind of connection.
Huh. So they were never seen inside the gates of the orphanage.
Detectives bust a gut to find evidence on the scene. And then the prosecutors come along and twist it for their own ends. Winter and Lagarde were working together. They had some kind of deal, I'm sure of it.
So you're saying that Chairman Winter was working with the kidnapper?
Your father was convinced that Lagarde was the culprit, correct? And you say he was a gifted and thorough investigator. Then he must have had more to support his theory than just Mr. Aldown's message, surely.
Yeah, he must have. I just don't know what it is. It wasn't exactly a case he liked talking about.
Agent Lang's father, DeLong Lang. Trusted ally and confidant of President Wang. He discovered truths that were subsequently suppressed by Chairman Winter.
I smacked the Switch Joy-Con on the fucking keyboard. Oopsies.
Our first priority should be to find out what they were.
Lovers.
Oh my god.
Oh my
Oh my
god.
Tucked there behind here. Oh my god.
Let's see. Do we have?
What did Winter dig up? I'm tired of digging holes.
Well, that's too damn bad.
You keep digging.
If Chairman Winter was involved in President Wang's abduction, then it seems likely that whatever he dug up yesterday had something to do with the kidnapping.
Oh, I get it.
You do?
You bet I do. We're talking treasure, right? Loot. You must have been digging up some ransom money.
Oh my god. The ransom money. $100 million is an awful lot of cash. Burying it would have been a good way to keep it hidden until the heat died down. It certainly seems like a possibility.
Glad you agree.
I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious-looking nook and cranny. Are we finally gonna investigate the missing eyeball?
Finally.
Hey, that's Snowman. It was melted in the simulation of the morning after the murder, huh? It was all black, and its little button eyes have fallen off.
Indeed, it looks reasonably healthy at this point. Although not entirely. I can see one thing that it's missing.
Aw, poor guy. I bet some kid took it as a stupid prank. Not a bad piece of thieving, though. Maybe they had potential.
Okay. You think one of the orphans took it? I'm not so sure. In fact, I think it was grabbed by somebody else entirely.
By the guy.
Yeah. Could this be related to the evidence somehow? A snowman is missing a certain something, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, his right eye.
Indeed. Luckily, we've managed to locate it.
The button Mr. Alldown was holding. Look at that. It's the same type of button as the other eye and everything.
And if we suppose that the button was indeed the snowman's missing eye, that presents something of a contradiction. What does the button contradict? The victim's location? Because it's got blood on it, and he's pretty far away.
Mm-hmm.
The victim was clutching the button, and the button was covered with his blood. Which means he must have grabbed it after being attacked. Let's run a little hypothetical, shall we? What if after being struck, Mr. Aldman lost his balance and reached out to grab something to steady himself? The snowman. The snowman wouldn't have supported him. He would have grasped the button and continued falling.
I get it. So you're saying that he was near the snowman when he was attacked?
I am. Within arm's reach, to be precise. And he's currently nowhere near that close.
Right, but his footprints only go as far as the planter. He never came back this way.
What if they weren't his footprints? I think we need to look at all the prints again. Yeah, because I was saying the other prints didn't look right because that would imply that the killer walked right in front of him to attack him.
Yeah.
They would have been well within his field of view.
Alright, I'll take us back to the scene where when Mr. Alldown's body was found. Beep, boop, boop, beep. But the footprints on the left definitely matched up with Mr. Alldown's shoes, right? So what's the deal?
Let's take another look and see if we can figure it out. I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious-looking nook and cranny. These footprints. As the case file says, they match the shoes, but... These aren't the victim's shoes. I'm sure of it. Yeah, they're way too fucking big on him, bro.
What do you mean?
He boot too big for his goddamn feet.
Look at how the laces are tied. Don't they look a little strange to you? What's more, they don't appear to fit properly.
So these prints, they go right up to where the victim was found, and they stop right by his feet.
But they didn't actually belong to him.
So are the prints by his head his? The ones that lead the way and come back?
No, I don't think so. They're too small.
So neither set belongs to him? Then how did he get here?
That's easy enough. He didn't walk. He was carried by the killer. Oh my god, princess carried?
Oh my god.
So then where did the murder take place? Was it really over by the snowman as we suspect? I think Mr. Alldown's body was moved. How else do we explain the button clutched in his hand? And that would suggest that he was killed somewhere near the snowman. I'd better take a closer look. I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious-looking nook and cranny. There's the missing brick.
Look, there's a brick missing here.
The rest of the brickwork looks fine. Strange that just this one is missing.
That happens.
The missing brick and the brick used in the murder. Click.
Ka-chink.
It seems quite likely that the missing brick was the one used in the murder, wouldn't you say?
Oh yeah. Now that you mention it, they're the exact same shape and size.
Okay. Bricks are modular. They're all gonna be the same shape and size. I'd like to see Kay whip out and know the difference between king-sized and modular.
She all she cares about is stealing.
Oh yeah.
She's thinking about how heavy it'll be in her bag if she takes it with her.
But they're different weights too.
Well, she'll just pick it up and see. Anyway, I think we have to conclude that the murder actually happened over by the snowman.
The button came from there, and the brick too.
Indeed. And what's more, if the murderer took the brick from right by the snowman, and then try to sneak up on the victim all the way over by the planters.
Mr. Altown would have seen them right away.
Exactly. I think we need to update the simulation, Kay. Mr. Alldown wasn't standing by the planters, he was next to the snowman.
Gotcha. Alright, here goes.
Which means the field of view that we thought the perspective actually was, means that the kidnapping was actually on the grounds.
Yeah, no matter how you look at it, this just doesn't work, huh?
Indeed. Everybody who was present is in exactly the same spot. Which means,
So,
yeah, we gotta switch their spots. So that means that
Where did I
the
go wrong?
the
I
kidnapper
lost a
and the President Wang are actually where that actual blood splatter is, which means that he was probably shot. But if he was shot, then that explains. But that's a
Oh, but
lot of blood
you
for
can
somebody who was
throw
shot.
a
Didn't
brick.
he? Doesn't he have a scar or something? from being shot?
Maybe.
Potentially. But also, how does that picture work then?
I'm saying, well, let me look at the picture again.
Because, yeah, the guy is taking a picture of President Wang by the snowman.
But it's not just by the snowman specifically, it's the gate. So...
Yes, that's what I'm saying. I'm thinking that maybe the view is switched. So we're looking at it from outside of the orphanage and he's inside. Hold on, go back.
It couldn't possibly be that way.
But
Yeah,
we'll get
more information. Yes.
I'm still theory crafting, if you will.
Yeah. Okay. Say this line.
So, where did we go wrong?
Did you lose a friend? One of the pieces of evidence on which we based our simulation must be the source of the problem. What if one of them was faked somehow? But which one was it?
So this is why, by the way, this doesn't work. The photo's fake.
Yeah. Can we really be certain that this picture was taken by Mr. Alldown?
Huh? What do you mean?
We know that whoever killed him moved his body.
Also, Nugget, thank you for the 21 months.
Oh, so then they staged a fake photo?
Yes. Nugget, thank you for the 21 months, by the way. Thank you.
But why would they have done that? What if they wanted to make it seem like he saw something he didn't?
And then they took the photo to help back the lie.
They had the president at gunpoint. They could have easily forced him to pose for the picture. He would have had no choice but to comply.
Hey, now that you mention it, you only recovered one picture from Mr. Aldown's camera, right?
Indeed. I imagine his killer probably removed the film that was already in there. They replaced it with another, thereby ensuring that the only picture found was the one they staged.
Yeah, that makes total sense. So this picture was actually taken after Mr. Aldown was killed. No way!
And there you have it. The picture doesn't show what Mr. Alldown saw at all. It seems likely that it was simply staged to make us believe that was the case.
Wait, so where was the president when Mr. Aldown thought he saw him being kidnapped?
Luckily, the photograph isn't the only piece of evidence we can use to try and figure that out.
Oh yeah, he left that voicemail too.
Kay, are you eating another Reese's cup in the middle of this murder investigation?
It's a Kit Kat. I need a break, Edgeworth.
He did. I think we should listen back to it one more time, don't you? This is surely the only place where the president and his kidnapper could have been standing.
Take that!
Recall the statement from Mr. Alldown's voicemail. Damn it! The light's out. 2 of the lights here in the yard are broken.
Yeah, he must have been talking about the one over by the building.
Alright. Could you update the simulation to reflect everything we've learned?
And there we have it. The kidnapper was really standing over by the building.
Yes, which would certainly have strengthened the theory that they were connected to the orphanage.
So they moved the body and staged the photograph to distort the picture painted by the voicemail. Which helped them undermine the idea that the orphanage was involved when the case went to trial.
Well, that certainly changes what this particular part of the simulation tells us. I imagine it also affect our understanding of the scene from where the body was found.
Only one way to find out. Ready to make the jump?
To switch between two recreations, I need to first press X to talk with K. And then select switch recreations. I'll give it a try later when I need it. Mr. Alldown wasn't killed here between the planters at all.
What's this blood doing here?
Things have changed considerably in terms of what the simulation is showing us. But if we want to look more closely at this blood, I think we're better off looking at the simulation from the point at which the body was discovered.
Then what are we waiting for? I'm ready when you are.
To switch between the two recreations, I first need to press X to talk with K.
Okay, Edgeworth, we get it.
Edgeworth, what are you talking about?
Don't worry about it.
X button.
Oh my god, okay. We get it, Hey, K.
Huh?
What the? I think it didn't talk to K.
Gah.
I'm gonna skip this because I'm trying to talk to K. I'm literally trying to talk to K. Hey,
I
K.
think you are.
I'm confused with how to talk to K here. Hold on.
I'm confused too.
Hello, K. K. Oh my god, kill, suffer.
So, Mr. Edward? You want me to show you the scene as reported in the police case files, right? Okay, let's take another look at how things were when they found the body. Okay, we have it.
I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious-looking nook and cranny. Blood on the snow. A lot of it. It only looks as if the murder occurred here, doesn't it?
Wait, but we just figured out that Mr. Alldown was killed over by the snowman, right?
We did. I think this blood might belong to somebody else.
Why is this being like this? Hello? There we go.
What? But the police report said the blood was Mr. Alldown's.
Need I remind you that the case is overseen by Chairman Winner? The man would have had no scruples about altering the official record over something this small.
But then, why go through all that trouble? Couldn't he have just cleaned up the blood instead?
He wasn't able to. Think about it. He knew that this is where the police would find Mr. Alldown's body. And he knew that the police would have certain scientific methods at their disposal to look for clues.
So you mean luminol? Yeah, they would have found traces of blood if they used that for sure.
Exactly. He wouldn't have been able to clean it up to the point where it was undetectable. Far easier to falsify the results of any such tests when they came back in. It would simply have been a matter of replacing the official results with a doctored copy. And we do know he had the autopsy people under his thumb.
Ish. So we've been looking for a forgery this whole time? That sucks. Wait, but it says Mr. Alldown's clothes were covered with blood too.
It does. And if they were, which seems entirely believable, it suggests that whoever's blood this is, it wasn't yet dry when Mr. Alldown's body was placed here.
I get it. Which means that the other person's blood was split not long before Mr. Alldown was killed. Spilt. My bad. I mixed around the L and the I.
I think it does, yes. But if that's the case, doesn't that present something of a contradiction? Could this be related to the evidence somehow?
Yeah. Evidence.
Evidence.
Fire.
There's a clear contradiction here.
Huh? In the bloodstain.
The blood is clearly cut off from where the snow was melted by the fire. Which means that the blood in question was spilt before the fire was started.
Huh? But the fire happened before the murder, no?
If we choose to believe the case file, yes. But if the fire was actually set after what happened here,
The kid who lit it might have seen something.
then why isn't there a witness statement? Because that would have challenged Chairman Winter's version of the events.
We need to know more about this fire. You!
Yes, Shifu.
The fire might have been reported to the police, which means there might be a record of it. Go and see if they have anything, and bring everything you find back here right away.
Understood, Shifu. I'll get right on it.
One more thing.
What is it, Shifu? My brain is not looking.
Give me a little kissy
Oh,
before
mwah.
you go.
Instant. Always, Shifu.
No hesitation.
Protect my family back in Zhengfa.
We're getting married, Shifu.
Tell him to search my father's office. There should be something related to the case there.
There should. What kind of something exactly?
I told you, didn't I? I'd seen the scene somewhere before. Well, I remembered where. It was in my father's office. He had a picture of it, or at least something very much like it.
What?
It looked like it was drawn by a child.
Possibly a child from the orphanage. Possibly even the child who set the fire.
It should still be there. Tell him to send it right away.
Yes, Shifu. Investigation complete.
Yay!
Thank you, Kay.
Beep boop boop beep.
Shifu, I'm back. It took 2 seconds. I brought everything the
so
police
fast.
had on the fire, and I also brought the picture from your father's office. Oh, and one more
What about the
thing.
wedding certificate?
The wedding certificate is also here.
About time we kept you, huh? Well, hand it over. Let's take
Let's take a look at this mysterious picture, shall we?
You'll never guess how the fuck this picture looks.
Oh god. I'm ready. Let's see it. Oh my fucking god, bro.
God.
Bald?
Bald?
That's it. This is the picture I remember.
Oh my gosh! She's bald! She's bald and she's torturing people who had hair!
Could this be a depiction of something that happened on the night of the incident?
Man, they look really familiar, don't they?
Yeah, isn't that...
Body harm Canis.
Yeah, it looks like
I
Canis,
love the
his
dog,
dog,
too.
and then
Look
he's
at
got
the dog.
he's got the
My one
lilies right
brain fell
there.
at the moment. It's just the dog.
Yes. Bro, Picasso weeps. He wishes he was this good. That's what I'm saying, dude.
Okay, I like it. Picasso.
It sure looks like a kid drew it, huh?
Yeah, he's a cyclops.
Yes, and I'm willing to bet it's the work of the child who set the fire.
Shifu, there's a...
What now? Look, it'll have to wait, okay? Well, Mr. Prosecutor. Why do you think my father kept this?
I imagine he acquired it at some point during his investigation. Although I have no idea why he would have chosen to keep it to himself. Could we see the case file for the fire too?
Sure, here.
You'll just give me a moment to read through it. It seems the boy who started the fire snuck out of bed in the evening of the incident. And then disappeared several days later.
What? That must have been because he saw something, right?
Oh, a kid? Really? That's horrible.
crazy. It's sadly not unimaginable. Oh.
Looks like the kid left something behind that was put in evidence. Oh, what's this?
That's... But what's it doing in the case file?
What is it, Mr. Prosecutor? Have you seen this somewhere before?
Something very much like it, yes. We have a piece of evidence that could well be connected. Yeah, it's a little plushie that was missing the horn. Which item of evidence relates to the item the boy left behind?
Take that! We have so many evidence.
I don't know what it was doing in the evidence for that case. But it looks like that might be the missing horn from the stuffed toy.
Hey, that's President Wang's.
You've seen it before.
Of course, he always kept it somewhere close by. I remember it because of the missing piece.
I'm going to take a small pause real quick because I just saw this. But one of the big content creators I enjoy, Scar, he's disabled, so he's in a wheelchair, right?
I heard about
I
that too.
didn't
There was
know.
no wheelchair ramp.
I didn't know this is the first time that's happened because he's been in these events before. He's been in the Minecraft Twitch Rivals event before for TwitchCon. How the fuck was there no accessibility for him to get on stage at all? What?
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Okay, no,
Absolutely
that's
ridiculous.
just blatant disregard for ADA. That is low-key a building code violation.
Oh my god, there was a lot of ADA arguments, especially regarding people bringing medication into the TwitchCon event, but like that's ridiculous. He's also a really big like content creator. That's kind of fucked. He's done this every single year. How the hell, like, they actually like threw.
Yeah, they should have like at the very least planned for specifically him.
Yeah, literally. Wow, Twitch really has been taking L's. Yeah, he literally has his own. He has a panel. He has a meet and greet. He's doing the Minecraft event. Like, what do you mean? Oh my god, I'm so mad. I'm actually so mad. Apparently, yeah, a lot of people, including Ironmount, I think, lost the gifts too.
God.
Yeah, apparently they just threw out all the gifts. It's not even just some. I think it was all of the gifts given from the meet and greets.
That's so fucked.
That's
How
really
do you butcher it that badly?
because they decided to, you know, hire people probably that didn't actually know what the hell they were doing because they wasn't intended for that. Joy. Pain, actually. Okay, anyways, continuing.
I remember it because of the missing piece.
I see it as a special device inside that plays recorded sound when you twist its horn.
Hey, do you think maybe putting the horn back on might unlock more recordings?
You never know. The toy itself should still be up on the 50th floor. Or sorry, 51st floor.
Hey, you heard the man.
Yes, Shifu, I'll go fetch it right away. Here it is, Shifu. The Tarusaurus doll, just like you asked.
Good work. Hand it over to the prosecutor over there.
Well, does the horn found at the orphanage fit the president's plushie?
It fits perfectly.
And any more recordings on there?
Hi, Dijun. I'm sorry, President Wang. It's me, Amelia. I know it's been a while. I saw on the news that you were visiting the country soon. And I didn't know whether I should get in touch at all, but in the end, I decided I had to. Turn it off! Right now!
What's gotten into Judge Gavel?
Are you okay?
Just turn it off, please! You see, I had a baby. A beautiful little boy. Your beautiful little boy. I'm sorry, that's pretty much all I wanted to tell you. Oh, except I called him Sean. Sean Fenn. It has a nice ring to it, don't you think?
Oh my fucking god. Sean Fenn?
The kid?
And also that I'll be at the orphanage on the evening of the 9th. I'll be waiting in the front yard. I thought you could meet him if you like, even if it's only just this once. I know you're a very busy man, but anyways, that's where we'll be. Goodbye.
That's crazy.
What? He's my dad? I'm so sorry, Sean.
I thought your name was Verity, not Amelie.
I thought it was Emil.
Huh? Her name is Verity Gavel.
No, I know, but isn't her name, like the person's name that was in the recording, is their name
Amelie.
It's Amelie.
Emil?
Amelie. I-E. At the end.
It's Amelie.
Oh, it is Amelie. That, and I know Emil is actually a name.
So
it's
is
Amelie.
I have never heard an Amelie.
Looks
that's
at
a Yiddish
the VTuber. Looks at.
There's a VTuber named that?
Sorry,
Guys, I
Monarch.
know
Very popular
Okay.
VTuber, actually.
Monarch, aka Amelie,
AKA Lee and Lee.
aka Lee and Lee.
I just frequently hear Monarch and Lee, and I'm like, okay, I know who you're talking about. Guys, I have a 9 to 5.
It's technically
Yeah, her
not
name
the
is
same.
Amelie.
It's not the same spelling, but it is similar enough. That
Yeah.
it's still the same name, regardless. Anyways, continue.
Care to explain what the heck is going on, Gavel?
Sean isn't my biological son.
Thank God.
I adopted him.
Thank God.
Yeah, there would be
was
a
aware of this.
there would be a bigger problem if he was the
Yeah.
father, and again, she.
Well, you're about to be burned at the stake. I'm sorry.
No, not even that.
No,
it's
not her. It's more like he's way older.
she would have been 13 or like 12
Yeah.
when this whole situation happened, right? And like
Yeah, okay.
I've been trying to stare directly at people who kept talking about the adoption in chat, but yes, he is adopted.
Okay.
Yes, of course. His mother, Amelie Fenn, she died 5 years ago. We were cousins,
Okay.
but we were also friends, the best of friends. People often mistook us for sisters. And so, when she died, it seemed only natural that Sean should come and live with me. Of course, we had to keep his father's identity secret, and I decided that the best way to do that would be for him never to know in the first place.
Damn, girl.
It's quite a lot to learn from a recording made on a seemingly innocent toy. I guess Sean's mother must have recorded the message and then sent the plushie to the president.
Hey. Yes, Sean? You're sure he was really my dad? Yes, I'm sure. Before you were born, your mother worked for a time as a diplomat in Zhengfa.
Makes sense. That line of work might have well brought her into contact with the president.
What? You told me she worked at the orphanage! She did, but only after she returned. After she quit the diplomatic service. She always loved helping others. The orphanage was perfect for her.
Sorry, Judge Cavell, but I have to ask. Amelie, the lady who asked the president to come.
Well, he did more than just that.
Shut up!
Why didn't she show up herself? Why isn't she anywhere in the files related to the SS5 incident?
I hate it. I had to mute my fucking mic because Remy's pushing it around.
She never made it to the rendezvous that night. Someone was tailing her.
But that was Chairman Winter's doing, though sadly we can't prove it.
And because she couldn't make it, she never saw the president again.
Then she died 5 years ago. This can't be easy for Sean.
Hey, Sean, are you thirsty?
We could go grab a soda.
Oh, she's trying to be a good big sister.
Sweet treat, okay? Come on, I think I saw a vending machine over.
You think I can't buy myself a soda? This is important. It's about me. I'm staying.
Oh, that didn't work at all.
Also, you call me poor?
You called me poor? That's more insulting than anything else you could have said.
Sean, perhaps now you can guess why I met with the president 2 nights ago.
So that's it. That was the big secret.
I wanted to tell him face to face that Amelia was gone, but also that you were alive and well, more than well. But I...
It makes sense now. No wonder Judge Gavell was so keen to avoid sharing details of their meeting. I thought she just killed him.
Yeah, she would have to share the truth about Sean, too.
That is why I took the lion lilies with me, so there would be no doubt that I knew Amelia and that I knew her well. These flowers bore a special significance for the two of them, you see. President Wang gave Amelia a bouquet of lion lilies in the early days of their romance.
Okay. So you're now calling her Amelia.
Sorry,
Yeah,
Amelie,
you keep
sorry.
calling her Amelia
Sorry,
instead of Amelie.
my brain, I read the first part of it and my brain autocorrects to one of my OC's names because it's written
God.
similarly, but it's not. Sorry, Amelie. President Wang gave Amelie a bouquet of lion lilies in the early days of their romance. I'm eating oopsies. But now, he too was dead. If only he had lived. Sean might finally have been able to get to know him. Mom.
I don't need to know anybody else except you, because you're my real mom.
Shifu, I'm telling you, I have an important announcement, shakes the bag. I've been waiting for the right time to say this, but...
What? What is it? You've been hovering over there this whole time. Can't it wait?
No, they sent something else from Zhengfa. President Wang's will.
Oh, damn.
Oh.
What?
President's will, huh? He gave my father medal after medal. They had to come up with new ones. Oh. They had to come up with new ones just for him. Please. In the end, there were no medals left to give. So he made us the keepers of his last will and testament. Those medals, that duty, they're our greatest pride, our family jewels.
He had to give up his family jewels for the other family jewels.
Yeah, I was thinking that. I was like, I already made a dirty joke, I should hold it in.
I got you.
What? This is... What is it, Agent Lang? Does it have anything to do with our current case? You could say that. Seems he was planning on publicly acknowledging Sean as his son.
Hold it! Sean's name appears in the president's will?
And we're certain that the document's inauthentic? That President Wang wrote it himself? Sure we are. It's old, but it's real. My family took charge of it back before the SS5 incident happened. They'll want to analyze it back home to be sure, but I'll stake my name on it being the genuine article. Wang was renowned. Wang was a renowned world leader. A child nobody knew about would have been sure to cause a stir. And yet he chose to mention the child in his will nonetheless. Well, I guess that's it. I still can't quite believe it, but the president confirmed it with his own hand. There's no denying it, Sean. You're President Wang's son.
Sean!
Not again!
God, bro, you just got kidnapped earlier. Can you chill?
Bro, you can't
On
fucking
running
run
off
away
alone?
from
I mean,
problems.
he kind of just finds out that his real mom's dead. Actually, I don't know how much he actually knew about that
I'm sure
situation.
he's already aware that his real mom was dead for a while. That's why he's living with his aunt, because he knew he was adopted too.
Yeah, but
So
she
I
was
feel like he was probably aware, but he probably didn't know who his dad was.
and then
Especially
yeah,
since she's like a family friend.
Also true.
And like a sibling.
True. And then
Well,
it's
like cousin.
and then it's this whole thing regarding you know, dad pain. Oh no. To be continued, and we will take this as a moment to break for the sake of your voice.
My God.
I was hoping we would finish that before the ad break hit. It happened afterwards. It's fine. We have now finished the middle portion, part 1. This middle portion, part 2, is a lot of talking. It's mostly a lot of talking. There is...
But who's talking?
You will have one big part in the beginning, and you know exactly who it is. So that's why I'm letting you rest your voice. But afterwards, it will be me talking for the rest of the 2 other testimonies.
Let's fucking go.
So that will be the case. And then afterwards we will deal with the ending, which is going to be really insane. So everything will come together at the ending. But I don't think we will get to the ending today in any capacity. I think if we push through well enough, we might be able to get to at least the first part of the second argument here. I don't think we're going to finish all 3 arguments in this last 50 minutes.
Wait, are we gonna get the ending tomorrow then?
We may get the beginning of the ending tomorrow. But yes, there is only one section of the ending with, let me look, 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 4 testimonies, but you know how long this is gonna take. This is gonna take this is gonna take a while. But we will have the ending as soon as we finish this next part, which is only 3 testimonies. As soon as we finish this next part, we will be at the ending of this case. So we will actually be finished. We will be finishing the series very, very soon, which I'm hoping should be next week, guaranteed. It should be, in theory, it really should be next week, guaranteed. So
it's all coming together.
It's all coming together. You need more water or
anything?
anything?
It's been so long.
I know.
Yeah, I'm gonna get some more water. I'll be right back.
Hi, Chad. I don't have a clue what's happening. I'm just here for the ride and the voice acting. Of course, the trio's commentary. Drink some fluids, everyone. Don't gulp down. Drink slowly to properly hydrate your throat. Yes. But yeah, Lang's not the dad. It's actually the president who died. He is the father, and so we're having a good time. It's all coming together. Oh my god, Oka, Oro, Indy, big fan. Oh my god, Hedge. I hope you're doing well. Welcome, welcome. I hope you guys are having a good time, by the way. We still have about an hour before the stream ends. We are going to try our best to get through as much as we can. I don't think we are going to get through all of this section. My bet is we are going to get at least halfway through this last section of the middle part of this case. So we are in the middle of the truth behind the SS5 incident. The ending is going to be extraordinary, and I think it is going to be fun. I don't know how well we're going to go through tomorrow, though, because if we cut in the middle of stream tomorrow, I'd cry. I'd cry. I hope we get as much as we possibly can.
You guys will not believe what I just got.
More chocolate.
Close.
More
I get
peanut
more
butter?
Reese's peanut butter cups.
Okay, I count that as chocolate, even if it's peanut butter cups. No point rushing, right?
Nope. Peanut butter cups.
Yeah, no point rushing, but it's more of a matter of, like, if we don't get to a good stopping point tomorrow's stream, they have to wait another week before they can finish it. You know what I mean? And that's kind of, like, the sad part. That's what I'm talking about. Is there another body because of when we were talking about the blood outside, or did we mean something else? So there was an incident, a murder that happened 12 years ago, and that was the recreation green screen that we were seeing. But the current case is around the murder of Sean's dad, aka the president of Zhengfa. He had died. He's like the big lioness kind of guy. He had died, and so we're trying to figure out all the details, but we needed to figure out if there was more information of what happened 12 years ago versus what is currently going on and why it's connected, which it does seem to be big connected. You know.
Okay, I got more water.
Nutters. All right.
I now have 1 peanut butter cup left.
Nutters. Okay, this should be, if I'm reading this correctly, which it may not be correct, but I'm hoping for the best. This next section should be the last big one for Indy. Well, obviously the ending is going to talk about a lot about, you know, Lang talking about what the fuck's gonna happen with Jigsaw, probably, right? But
I'll worry about that later.
Yeah, you worry about that later. We're gonna go into that was mostly all Indy's big moments. Now we're gonna go into my big moments, and then we'll see what happens.
Let's go. Yeah. It's time for Oka to shine.
Yeah.
Me
almost
shakes.
Like this is an Oka stream.
One day this will be an Oka stream. It may be today. We'll find out in a second. April 6th, 4:51 p.m. Big building, empty lot. Sean. He was my dad?
It can't have been easy, learning the truth about his father's identity so unexpectedly. And too late to ever get to know him.
You know, how hard I tried to find him. Sean. I get it. He was the president. He had a lot more to think about than just me. But he was right there in front of me. Right there on the set. So why? Why didn't he just say something? Why didn't he tell me who he was?
Because he was the president?
I'm sorry, Sean. I'm so sorry. It's not your fault, Mom. It's mine. If I hadn't broken my promise to you, that fire would have never happened and he wouldn't have... I've ruined everything. Everything. It's all my fault. I even ruined your flowers. Sean. Please, you mustn't blame yourself. Just try to be here with me. Just for a little while.
The bond between parent and child, as symbolized by the lion lily. I'm no expert, but it's native to Zhengfa, so I know that much at least.
Sadly, we don't have the luxury of dwelling on such things just now. I know it might seem insensitive, Agent Lang, but sentimentality won't help us here. We need to focus on what we can do about the case before us.
You're right about that.
I believe we all learned about what we need. I believe we learned all that we need to about what happened back there for now. How did it all line up with your father's theories about the case?
I wouldn't know. He took those to the grave with them. He never shared his thoughts with anybody. There's no way of knowing now what he figured out.
What about your own thoughts? Are you feeling any more positive in light of what we learned from Kay's reconstruction? Are we any closer to learning what really happened 12 years ago?
You know, I think we might be. My father's footsteps are starting to become clear. Now all we need to do is follow them. All the way to the truth.
Oh god.
One last big testimony. You could push through, Indy. The real story of the SS5 incident.
The president went to the orphanage that night. That much we know for sure. The Taurosaurus toy proves it. He must have gone there to meet with Amelie Fenn. Except he was kidnapped, and Aldown happened to see it. If Aldown hadn't been there, there wouldn't have been a murder. Just a kidnapping. Instead, they had to move his body to the planters and stage that photo to throw everyone off the scent.
So that's our current theory, is it? I have such an insane, stupid theory.
Gimme.
What if it's a clone? What if he has a clone, he got replaced by a clone, and the clone didn't know that Sean was his son, so that's why he didn't say anything when he saw him, but then they had to get rid of the clone.
Oh. Okay.
And so the real initial blood that was splattered that night that was hidden by like the fire and stuff was actually the OG's. He died that night and nobody ever knew.
Damn, that's
because
crazy.
he got replaced with the clone.
That's crazy.
Okay, hear me out. What if the president was the one who got hit in the head with the brick, but he survived, but got like some amnesia, that he couldn't remember that Sean was his kid. So that's why Judge Gavelle met with him on the rooftop, because she's like, I feel bad. And she wanted to tell the president that Sean was his kid, and then he fucking died the next day.
Rip. Couldn't be me.
It couldn't be you. Could also be Evil Twin. SS5 incident updated.
Oh, but consider a merge of the two scenarios.
Evil twin clone with amnesia.
Evil twin clone who got the memories of his evil his evil twin brother, because I guess they're both evil now.
Yeah, they're both evil.
And so he absorbed his twin's memories, but then and then he had amnesia, or he didn't recognize Sean. He's like, that's not my fucking kid. And then he's like, oh wait, shit, that's my evil twin's kid. And so he goes to see Sean again, and he fucking dies.
Rip.
Rip.
But there's something I still don't understand.
My voice is breaking.
Do you wanna take a breather and continue this tomorrow instead?
No, I gotta keep pushing. I gotta keep trucking.
I believe.
This. Why risk staging the picture? They would have had to force the president to play along. What if he hadn't?
That's a good question. And we may be closer to discovering the answer than we think. We'll just have to get there one deduction at a time.
Yeah, I guess we will. All right, deduce away.
Okay, thankfully, we just need to present immediately, so hold on one second. It's the fourth statement. You know, at first when I saw Lang, I was like, who's this dollar store Wolverine Sabretooth? But now he kind of Debbie Ryan hair tech from Radio Rebels. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Can you say this line, by the way?
If All Down hadn't been there wouldn't have been a murder. Just a kidnapping.
No, but that wasn't Altman's blood, bro.
Objection!
You're saying there would have been no murder if Mr. Aldown had witnessed the kidnapping? But is that really the case?
Why wouldn't it be? Their main aim was to abduct the president, right? So if there hadn't been a witness present, they wouldn't have needed to murder anybody.
And yet it remains possible that Mr. Aldown wasn't the only person killed that night. There was a large pool of blood between the planters, but Mr. Aldown was murdered over by the snowman. It can't have belonged to him. What if all that blood by the planters belonged to somebody else?
Come on, Mr. Prosecutor. You do realize what you're saying, right?
I do. It's hard to believe, I'll be the first to admit it, but it's what the evidence suggests. Not just one person was killed here 12 years ago, but two.
You're saying they covered up a whole separate murder? But who else was killed that night?
Oh my god, was I right? Is it actually the evil clone theory? The evil clone replacement theory? Whoever covered up this homicide did so very skillfully indeed. They even seem to have been able to avoid it by mentioning in it being mentioned in the files. But they didn't quite get rid of everything. We have a piece of evidence from 12 years ago that they managed to never erase. This clearly shows that something else happened that night.
Take that!
Goo gaga. Excelsius Winter tried to shroud the existence of the other murder in darkness. But there was one piece of evidence he wasn't able to suppress. Thanks to the efforts of your father, Agent Lang. My father. Cast your mind back, if you will. Something else was hidden along all the other evidence from the crime scene. The existence of the child who set the fire in front of the orphanage. Why would Chairman Winter wish to erase him from the record? Because he saw something he should not have. That's why.
He did? What was it?
It's right here in this picture. The picture my father kept. Think we all can agree that the president is on the right-hand side? And that's the Tarsar's toy in his hand. But who's that standing across from him? It's Bodhikaina's Karna.
Take that!
Eastern robes and a black dog. That can only be Bodhidharma Canis. Oops, I mixed up his name. Same difference.
What? That creepy assassin guy?
And what would a hired killer be doing in the presence of a president? I can only imagine one thing. That's right. It wasn't a kidnapping that occurred here 12 years ago. It was an assassination! Ayah!
And Warden Lagarde and Chairman Winter?
Yes, I think they were complicit. More than complicit, in fact. One provided the venue for the killing, and the other suppressed the testimony of the child who witnessed it. Mr. Aldown was murdered because he witnessed was actually an assassination. And not the kidnapping he thought it to be.
Not so fast!
Do you think I'm an idiot? How could the president have died 12 years ago?
His evil twin!
We only found his body this morning. He was alive and well until just recently.
Yeah, we even met him.
Indeed. So we have the president killed 12 years ago and a president killed in the last 48 hours. 2 presidents, in other words. Did I actually call it with my bullshit ass theory?
Impossible. Consider. No.
Or is it? I think it's entirely possible for there to be 2 presidents.
So that theory of yours.
Oh my
Oh my
fucking god.
So that
I'm
theory
such a
of-
genius. I'm such a fucking genius, bro.
And you're
My
like,
brain is so big and juicy.
you're literally like 10 for 10 on like the most insane theory decisions that actually worked.
so stupid. I was just shitting out my ass, bro.
Gift of foresight from Apollo for real.
What are the fucking odds?
I think the irony is, I think you called this when we first saw the president too.
I don't even fucking remember.
This was so long ago, but you were talking about, oh wait, like, cause I think we got confused about whether the president was actually shot because the wording was really fucking weird, right? And so I think you're like, oh yeah, now this is a double because the president actually got shot or something like that.
Oh my god. Oh, that's why I was like, doesn't he have like a bullet wound or something? That's why I was like confused.
Mm-hmm.
Because like I feel like I vaguely remember him being shot or something.
Mm-hmm.
Or like some mention of him being shot. Yeah.
It would be funny.
Oh my fucking god.
But regardless of what happened, I still respect him.
That also explains the complete 180 in his personality too.
Exactly.
Zhengfa may not be a big country, but he held that place together.
The President Agent Lang spoke of was a noble and capable leader.
Oh.
That's you, Oro. You know what to do.
Oh no. I don't think any of these are picking up as a no. Okay, that one picked up. We'll use that.
Yeah.
No,
The presidential mask has well and truly slipped.
Stairs.
Entirely unlike the man we met.
hold on.
Really did seem as if they were two completely different people. But how could one country have two presidents? What could explain a situation like that? This is how it was possible for there to be two presidents. One was a body double.
No!
What?
One of the two was a body double. Tell me that doesn't make sense.
Pounding my fist on the floor that they were twins isn't the correct
Maybe the twin
option.
was the body double.
A body double.
President Wang was a man of great power and influence in Zhengfa, a figure on the world stage. Oh my god, so he got jealous that he wasn't actually the one in the spotlight. He's like, I want to be the one in power now. How are they gonna know? How are they gonna know?
Nobody's gonna know.
And
Nobody's
he
gonna-
was right.
gonna know.
Nobody fucking knew, so he wasn't wrong. And that also explains why he was such a scaredy cat and afraid of assassination and stuff, because he literally helped get somebody fucking assassinated. There must have been countless attempts on his life over the years. Such as the one at Gourd Lake only a few days ago.
It's true. There were more than a few assassination attempts.
Okay. Oh, there we go.
But that doesn't mean I'm about to accept that there was more than one president. Not without proof.
Do you have any proof that there was more than one president?
Take that!
I don't think he's noticed the contradiction staring him straight in the face. Or is he just unable to accept it?
What's the matter, Mr. Prosecutor? You're pretty quiet all of a sudden.
Also, sorry, my brother literally came in, so I was like, oh.
In Amelie Fenn's recording, she asked the president to be at the orphanage at midnight. But it shouldn't have been possible for him to be there at that time.
Huh? How come?
Because he was supposedly still at the embassy. With your father, Agent Lang. So we had noticed. The only way he could have been in two places at once is if there were two of him. Hello!
So the real president, that was the one who...
Died 12 years ago? I think it might have been. But why and who? Who would have hired Canis to murder the president? Or to figure that out. We'll need to look at it. The pieces of evidence we recently discovered were fake. The fake evidence. What was it again? The photo of him posing?
Yeah.
The picture taken with Mr. Aldown's camera was staged sometime after his murder. And Mr. Aldown was murdered because he witnessed the president's assassination. In other words, the photograph too must have been taken after the real president's death. So who is the president in the staged photograph? The body double. Nothing else makes sense. I believe the president's double had him killed so he could take his place permanently. Oh my fucking god. And Excelsius winner Fifi Lagarde helped him do it too.
Not so fast.
Wait, you don't even have a body to support your theory. Are you telling me it magically disappeared?
It was.
Objection!
No, in fact, we know exactly where it wound up. The president's body was here the whole time. It was buried.
Me looking at all the freaking evidence, there's so many of them. It was actually this one, whoopsies.
Take that!
Yep, you're right, it was buried.
Chairman Winter dug up something last night, something he couldn't trust anybody else to retrieve. We thought it might have been the ransom money, but it was actually something even more important.
Wait, you mean?
That's right. The real president's body. I think it's highly likely anyway.
What?
But how does a body last for 12 years?
I mean, it'd still be skeletal remains.
Oh. Well, I mean, yeah, but.
The body may have decomposed in the intervening years, but the bones would surely have remained. Yeah, see? Mr. Powers informed us that the construction is due to start here sometime soon. Everything had to be wrapped up before then. The shooting of the movie, and the recovery of the president's remains.
Yeah, I guess once they start digging the place up, they would have found them pretty quick, huh?
Agent Lang, we need to have the so-called monster footprints analyzed again.
Yeah, I guess we do. And there was a body under one of them. There should have been trace evidence to confirm it. Hey, give me somebody from forensics.
Sir, presenting the findings of our analysis, sir. Traces of human remains were found in the dirt, along with other signs of a body having been buried.
Grr. So it really was him.
I'm gonna be real. We really need to cover the actual fuck out of Sean's ears. Can you imagine, like, hearing this
Yeah.
whole
The
situation?
set you've been filming at. Turns out it's your dad's gravesite. Womp womp.
Womp womp.
Bones were also
you ready
recovered.
to film again tomorrow, Sean?
Oh my god.
Let's go.
Bones were also recovered from the home of Excelsius Winner. The physique looks to be about right, and dental and medical records are a match. It's him, no doubt about it.
So as suspected, the real President Wang was killed 12 years ago. And the SS5 kidnapping was in fact a homicide.
It's been updated.
Wow, so it really was a murder, huh? This case has taken so many twists and turns, I'm starting to lose track.
Yes, perhaps we should summarize our findings just to confirm we understand everything correctly.
Good idea. Let's go over everything from the point where the president arrived at the orphanage.
"12 years ago, the real President Wang visited the orphanage. His aim? To meet his infant son. The footprints were originally assumed to be those of Mr. Alldown. Seemed likely to have actually been made by the president upon his arrival. He was a big boy. But instead of being greeted by his child, he was met by the assassin, Bodhidharma Canis.
That's so sad. He was hoping to see his baby for the first time. Only two.
Indeed. But at least with Mr. Canis, we can be sure that the job was swiftly and effectively completed.
Yeah, sure, save them from the sun.
Well, he's saying he didn't make him suffer at the very least, but still.
I know, but still, they're like,
yeah,
oh,
I
shit.
know. I know.
Turns out, your dad? Ah, he's been dead
Instantly
for 12
fucking
years.
killed. Dropped dead instantly.
Whoopsie poopsie. Oh,
Then-
also, when you were just an infant, that guy that you thought before we uncovered all of this was your dad, turns out actually isn't your dad.
He was the one who hired the assassin to kill your dad.
He was the one who was hired to be your dad, so then your dad didn't get assassinated, but then your dad got assassinated anyways because the body double hired the assassin.
Yeah, talk about, like, they really should have done a better background check on him. But then, after the assassination, another tragedy occurred.
Mr. Alldown's murder.
Yes. It seems he witnessed a key moment in the evening's proceedings.
This really was an Assassin's Creed's justice.
The moment when our culprit, the so-called kidnappers, took the president's body around to the side of the building. That was the sight that sealed his fate. We've now established that he was standing by the orphanage gates at the time. Far enough away that he believed what he was seeing was the president's abduction. At which point,
Oh, the body double who had come up to meet with his co-conspirators. Look, right up behind Mr. Alldown.
And then McFucking killed him, leading to our unfortunate eyewitness.
Being murdered by the man who is plotting to replace the president. So, was it the body double who moved Mr. Alldown's body too?
Yes, I think it probably was.
But none of the footprints could have been his, could they?
Actually, I think they could. In fact, we have a piece of evidence that proves how that particular trick was achieved. Yeah, the fake-ass shoes. Which shows how the body double managed to move the body without leaving any footprints.
He boot too big for he goddamn feet.
What if the president's double moved Mr. Aldown's body like this? After killing Mr. Aldown. He could have carried him to the other side of the entrance. Given that his job was to look just like the president, he would have been wearing the exact same shoes. Meaning that if he stepped exactly in the footprints left behind by the real president...
Of course. He would have been the same shape and size. Would have looked like a single set of footprints. So that's how it all went down. I'm so glad we finally figured it out. Wait, but there's still one thing I don't get.
There is? What?
Why did they need to pretend there was a kidnapping?
Mr. Aldown had seen the president at the orphanage. And left a message on Mr. Finger's phone describing what he thought he saw. It would have been impossible for the conspirators to erase that message. So they had to make it look as if the events described in the message were true.
By staging a kidnapping like the one B thought he saw.
Exactly. I think the two people in the photograph are likely to be the body double and Fifi Lagarde.
She's the one in the trench coat? How can you be so sure of that?
Short. The two of them would have had to walk out beyond the orphanage gates to stage the photo. The body double could have put his feet in the real president's prints as he did before.
Oh, so the other set of footprints were hers.
The ones we originally thought belonged to the killer, yes. They were about a size 9. Too small for Chairman Winner, in other words. Which means the kidnapper must have been played by Warden Lagarde. And that explains how a so-called kidnapping was actually a presidential assassination. It does! Which means my father must have... He must have... noticed. There's no way he wouldn't have suspected a murder. Especially not with the kid's picture as proof.
But the picture was never officially put into the evidence, correct?
No, he appears to have kept hold of it after taking the witness statement of the child who drew it. Yeah, because he knew.
He knew President Wang was dead. And he knew what would happen if that news ever got out.
Zheng Fa would have been plunged into chaos, no doubt.
So he kept it a secret. And that secret died with him. Even though it meant to take the blame for the kidnapping and our family name being ruined.
So your father knew about the truth about what happened 12 years ago, but he chose to hide it.
Well, it's finally coming to light at last.
That's crazy.
Is it indeed intriguing?
Shelly the killer?
What? Who's there?
Oh, it's Canis? That sound. Is it a bell?
Also, if it was Shelly, I would have gotten Oro to say this part.
Oh, that's right. I forgot. Oro's the one who voices Shelly. You're the one who voices Canis.
Yes.
Bodhidharma Canis.
Okay. We'll probably pause here so that this can be a good place to start tomorrow. And then we will have 2 of his testimonies, and then we will have the ending of the series.
Woo!
Which I don't know
We're
how far
almost
we can
there.
actually...
Final stretch.
I don't think we can finish everything tomorrow, but we will... If we start immediately, we may be able to. Are you streaming tomorrow, Indy?
I wasn't sure. I was debating on it, whether or not. So, I mean, for all we know, maybe I can just not, and then...
We'll see how far we go. If we may need to push it, we may need to push it, but I really don't think we'll finish everything tomorrow, just based off of, you know, how much reading we're gonna be doing. But yes, I think this is gonna be a fun time. We are pretty much at the very end of this. We are at the very cusp of everything. So now, we have quite a lot of bells to consider. But yes, thank you so much for spending time. I always appreciate you spending time with us. Thank you,
I
thanks.
can't make fucking believe my bullshit theory worked.
I can't believe you actually theorized that, and I had to shut my mouth the entire time to ensure I didn't say a goddamn word. Dude, I was like stressing.
What's the dumbest theory I can think of? And I was like, oh yeah, what if it's an evil clone or a twin? And even
Yeah,
like
Dari's just spitting bullshit, and Oka's over there like with that one meme where the person's like holding their breath and like she's clutching her thigh so hard because she's like, don't say it, don't say it, don't say it, don't say it.
Listen, it's so funny. But yes, rest y'all voices. Indy, for the most part, Lang will have a couple of like normal conversations. It realistically, you know, because he is a big part of the
He's
case
not
anyways.
gonna kill my voice
But
tomorrow, hopefully.
he should not be killing your voice at all for the next day or 2 that we are going to be streaming. Okay? So it should be fine for the most part. He does not have the biggest role for the next for the rest of the game. Okay?
That's good, because last week my voice was literally gone for like a full day afterwards.
Oh god. Yeah, so you should be fine. I will say, the only thing I will say is, Oro, you should also prepare your voice though.
Okay.
We are gonna be talking a lot.
Let's go, Oro. Oro's time to shine.
It is gonna be Oro's time to shine, and it's gonna be fun. Anyways, we are gonna be raiding on over to someone who's also playing Ace Attorney Investigations 2. They are actually on the previous case, so they're on the one where, you know, Kay is getting fucking accused as hell. And also they are there's someone who hasn't reached affiliate yet, so let's go give them a little bit of love and kindness, okay? They are Chuck Batman, so we are gonna raid on over to them. And thank you again so much, Indian Owo. I can't wait for tomorrow's stream because we are gonna have a fun time.
Yeah, I can't wait for tomorrow. It's gonna be so exciting.
Dude, I can't wait for us to be done with this game. It's a good game. It is a lot, but
Yeah, it's been so long. When did we first start playing this?
I would have to look at YouTube, but it depends on what we're talking about. Because we went straight from the Great Ace Attorney straight into investigations, right? Because so investigations came out a year ago. Investigations came out a year ago. We started a little bit afterwards because we were still in the middle of the Great Ace Attorney, right?
So it's been almost a year of us playing this.
More or less, and then we had to take a break because December, January, February, like my Switch was being really fucky, or my Discord was being really fucked, and then I find out it's audio issues. Kill me. We did take a couple months break, but it has pretty much been a year of us going through this. So we are almost done. And then we will have our Monday and Tuesday free again.
Yes.
All right, take it easy, chat. Bye-bye.